No matter if you're on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, or any other streaming platform, the grind to get to their partnership program will 100% burn you out. And maybe I have some ways to help you prevent that. Yeah. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I am your host, the jeweler himself, VVS Blackout. And today we're going to be talking about really how to avoid burning out. Before we begin, I have to address something really quick that's just, oh my god, this is amazing. Recently, I posted a clip to TikTok of a GTA RP session that I was in. And if you've seen the TikTok and subscribed to the YouTube channel or followed me on Fruit Lab, thank you. But for those that haven't seen it, here's the clip. And I've got to censor it because I don't want YouTube taking this moment away from me, damn it. I don't want that to happen. So here's the clip. Is EMS? Emergency medical services. I'm trying to talk to the medic. Oh, no! What the f? It's sad that streaming while driving takes the lives of so many live streamers. It's really a horrible, horrible thing to happen. So when that happened, we hit 200 subs on YouTube. We hit over 1,500 followers on Fruit Lab. We hit almost 20,000 followers on TikTok. And we hit over 1,200 followers on Twitch. You know, I did not expect that amount of support coming from a 15-second clip of me being yeeted out of a squad car because I wasn't wearing my seatbelt. And I did not know about the turn of death on the map. But for those that have came over from TikTok to follow me on these platforms, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Side note, I realized that I was wearing my glasses and I shouldn't have been because there was probably a lot of glare. So, professional. Even though you may have just now subbed to my channel or, just now started following me on these platforms, you are still the biggest reason why I continue to do what I do. And even though I make little to no money from it, it's the sheer fact of me building a community and seeing new people come around. That's what I do it for. It's for people like you. So thank you. Now on to the second thing before we dive into the video. Again, I'm sorry if you want to skip past all of this. I should have said this in the beginning, but if you want to skip past all of this, then you can just go to whatever time code that I throw up on the screen and go to the actual video itself. Right now, I'm working a full-time job and I'm dealing with a lot of stuff from the VA and just a bunch of other things like outside of content creation in general. So instead of uploading once a week, I'm gonna have to scale it back to about once every 2 weeks. So for example, today you're seeing this video on this Wednesday, but the week after next, not next Wednesday, but the week after next, that Wednesday, hopefully you stuck with me on that, that's when you guys will be getting a new video. So instead of doing 4 uploads a month, I'll be doing 2. It's unfortunate, but let's get into the video. Tip number 1 to avoid burnout, and this is gonna be the most obvious, but take a break. It doesn't matter if it's someone like me or one of the big time streamers like Doc or Tim or Nadeshot or whoever. They will tell you that taking a break is almost like a necessity when it comes to content creation or even live streaming in general. A break allows you to just kind of step away from everything, take a good, deep, fresh breath of air, in through the nose, out through the mouth, woosah, find your inner chi. That is the key point of a break. Go hang out with your family, go hang out with your friends, spend time on hobbies that you may have acquired, outside of streaming and stuff. Go do those things. Don't focus on this because I know a lot of people, they'll say, oh, I'm going to take a break. And then they end up working on streaming stuff the whole time that they're on break. No, you want to avoid that. That's like if you're working a job and you tell your employer, hey, I want to ask off for 2 weeks, but put me on call for those 2 weeks just in case you guys need me. No, you're on break. Don't think about work. Don't go near work. Don't do any of that. Just relax, decompress. And the duration of the break really depends on what you feel is necessary, even if it's just a few days or a few weeks. I've seen streamers take a few weeks. I've seen streamers take a month or a couple months. It just all depends on how you feel like you need to decompress and how long that needs to be, especially if you have other stuff outside of streaming that you've probably neglected because of it. Take as much time as you need. And you know what? You may lose some viewership, but hey, you know what? they'll come back eventually. You know, just communicate with your community and, you know, let them know that you're going to be taking a break. Number 2, do not focus on analytics. Like I mentioned in my last video, the path to partnership on Twitch is designed to burn you out. You're asked to go from 3 average viewers all the way up to 75, and a lot of people give up before they even hit about 10 or 15 or 20 average viewers. Now, the whole idea of streaming really is to create content within content. So while you're streaming, you could get clips and stuff like that to make a YouTube video, or post a TikTok, or what other platform that you're trying to pursue the most. But if you're starting to feel burned out from streaming, the last thing that you want to do is sit there and look at your analytics and pick yourself to death as to what you're doing wrong or right in this case. Now, personally for me, I use Stream Elements. I love the bot. I love the system. I've talked to a few people on the team. Amazing, amazing people. And whenever I get an email from Twitch and Stream Elements, that's the first thing that I look forward to after a stream. I look forward to seeing what my stats were like and how good the stream performed. Now, it's good if you're trying to pave your way to partnership, right? If you're trying to figure out what works and what doesn't. But if you're starting to get that urge to just give up and quit, just ignore the emails. Don't delete them, but just ignore them. If you see them pop up, just try to filter it as marked as read and then just go on with your day. It's going to be tempting. Trust me, it's going to be tempting. But just don't look at it, trust me. Now, number 3, and again, this one might be a little obvious, but stream games that you actually enjoy. Now, I know when Warzone came out, everyone was trying to get to the game, everyone was trying to play the game, because in one way or another, people were seeing the growth, people were seeing the hype, and half the time, the people playing Warzone don't like battle royales, or they don't like first-person shooters, and they're just playing it just so they can hope to get some sort of viewership boost from it, and it's not going to work. I'm personally one of those people that does not like battle royales whatsoever. I think they're outdated. I think that there's way too many of them and it's oversaturated. But at one point I did stream Warzone because I thought to myself, hey, I could get some good viewership from this, and that was the worst mistake that I made in my live streaming career. Now, there's this game called Splitgate that's been spiking in popularity lately. A lot of people don't know that it's been out for about 2 years, but since the console release, people have been obsessed with this game, and I am too. It's a lot of fun, and I've talked to 1047 in the past. Great people, really humble people actually, and a really good development team. Besides that, it's really popular, and a lot of people are flocking to that game to get some easy viewership. Now, if you have the personality or the skill or both, it'll work, but in some cases, it just may not work for you. You know, you could have an insane production level, or you could have an insane amount of skill in the game, but it just may not work for you because you're probably not that into it. A lot of people like to play these big popular games because they think it's going to get them more views, and when it turns out that it's actually hurting them more than helping them, that's when they are just like, oh, well, I guess no game's gonna work. And that's when the burnout cycle really starts to take place. But if you're already burnt out or getting burnt out, it's just gonna make it a lot more worse for you. A lot of times people will watch you based off your personality. They don't care what game you play. They just want to know you. They want to see you, not the game. And granted, you're gonna get those people that only watch you because of a certain game you play. Hell, I have some of those people in my community as well. But at the end of the day, what's more important? The fact that you have 15 people showing up to your streams regardless of the games you play, or you have that one day that you get 30, but knowing that half those people are only there to see you play that one specific game. And even then, that 30 viewership may not be guaranteed for long. You may only have it for a day or a couple days or a couple weeks. There's really no telling with live streaming. Number 4, find a second hobby. Now, I know that there are people like Harris Heller that have kind of dived into this whole thing about if live streaming is a hobby, and in hindsight, yes, it is. It is a hobby because at first, you're not making money from it, you're not being monetized for it, it's just a hobby, something that you enjoy doing in your spare time. But that doesn't mean you can't turn it into a lifelong career, and plenty of people have done it. You know, there's plenty of people that are paying their bills every month and saving some on the side because of live streaming. It's possible, but if you're getting burnt out, and you know that like if you stream anymore, you're probably gonna give up on it, just go get a second hobby. Either that be buying Pokemon cards, or going to like tournaments somewhere, or going to do whatever. Find that thing that takes you away from all of this, or even find something that you and your family can enjoy. Number 5, and the final tip of the video: limit the amount of time that you stream. I cannot tell you how many times people have came to me and said, hey man, I'm feeling burnt out. And I'm like, oh, okay. How many hours are you streaming? and they dead ass look at me and be like, well, I mean, I stream about 8 hours a day for 7 days a week and no one's really coming by. No. Now, I know a lot of people will say that the grind involves you putting in long hours of streaming, but if you think about it, not really. I mean, even the biggest streamers don't even stream 7 days a week. They'll probably stream about 3 or 4 days a week, but sometimes if they're only streaming a couple days a week, they'll make those streams really long to kind of make up for it. But typically, they'll only stream about a couple days a week, and that's it. So one thing that I normally tell people, and again, I'm not trying to tell you how to run your live streaming career. If you get off on the fact that you can stream 8 hours a day for 7 days a week and feel 100%, awesome. Good for you. But if I were to start live streaming all over again, what I would do is I would probably stream about 3 hours a day for 3 days a week and do my damnedest to try to get as much content as I can in those 3-hour streams, because you've got about 9 hours worth of stream footage. There's got to be at least some sort of content lying in that, even if it's just one clip. As you guys could see, that one clip changed my whole career at this point, and I'm gaining viewership, I'm gaining followers, I'm gaining traction, and all it really takes is just one clip to set you up for life. Just one clip. Well, I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Again, I want to give a big shout out to everyone that came from TikTok to follow me on Fruit Labs, subscribe to me on YouTube, follow me on Twitch, and all other platforms as well. I really do appreciate that support, and I really do appreciate y'all as well. It doesn't matter if you've been rocking with me since today or you've been rocking with me since I began content creation and streaming. You guys are all amazing, and I thank you so much for being a part of the Blackout Battalion. And as always, I am your host, the driller himself, VVS Blackout, going dark. I will see all of you in the next one. Keep it brutal, keep each other safe. Until next time, later.